with the ball.
I'm back. I got back. Here we go, pick up your man. Come on, here.
The pass to Rosario. Hawks passing it around. Lock at 6. It's Williams with the drive. Banked in off the glass. Williams has got the first points on the scoreboard for the Hawks. And for Atlanta last season, 29 wins against the rest of the conference. Steve, not an amazing total, but ending up over 500 usually gets you a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference.
And a lot of people worried that they would fall out of the picture last year after they traded away Joe Johnson. You know, they're not a team that can contend for a title, particularly not now with the departure of Josh Smith. But hey, they're relevant in the East, and they've got some good young talent.
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. They set the screen, and it's thrown down hard with both hands. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move, and 2 big points, too.
Let's find out what Doris Burkes has for us.
Kevin, I caught up with the head coach for the Hawks. He told me they'll be looking to stretch the opposing defense and open things up by using their ability to knock down long-range shots. Success from the perimeter will translate to success on the inside. Those were his words to me, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
I definitely can appreciate their approach with the 3-ball.
I'll tell you what I love about him, his ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong, even with defenders hanging all over him. He continues to finish at the basket.
And he's also one of those guys who just seems to be able to take it up a few notches when there's a game to be won late in the 4th quarter. In other words, he's at his best at winning time. You know, when you're in the East, you don't have to necessarily be an above 500 team on the road, but you got to be close to 500. The Bucks were a solid team on the road, and that's why they made the playoffs.
Now here's Williams. Shoots from 14. No good.
Didn't matter that he was surrounded. He was the guy who hustled everybody else out of the way to get that board.
Number 91. And this is the go-ahead basket. And Clark, you talk about the Bucks. They went 17 and 24 on the road last season. That might not be the most impressive mark, but it was still 7th best in the conference in terms of road wins.
Well, the East was pretty weak. We know that. And the Bucks making the playoffs at all was the they can get better. They've got some young talent. They've got some things to be excited about. And one is the play of John Henson, the second-year man from North Carolina.
Here is Ross. Number 13. And again, the Bucks miss.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Pass it to Rosario. Inside Williams.
Here we go, get it out quick.
I got ball.
It's blocked. Number 13. He's guarded by Williams. The 17-foot.
Box out.
No good. The Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Williams inside, defended by Perez. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Drop that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Number 13. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And now 1 for 5 to start this game, so they're having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Well, you know, the Bucks thought they had a plan to make a big push forward by pairing some talent together in the backcourt, but what seems to have happened is they are now mired in mediocrity, which is exactly where you don't want to be.
Here is Ross. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The Hawks leading by 6. Pass to Rosario.
Out! One more!
Outside Williams. Up the teardrop. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Williams has got 8 points. And back to Minnesota, they were the 8th seed in the East last year, but still finished 6 games under 500. Still a lot of work for them to get above 500 and be in a position where, Steve, they are, competing for home court in the playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of changes for the Bucks in the offseason, but a team that was able to sneak in last year, they're hopeful to make it once again this season. It feels like they're stuck in the middle.
And here is Williams. Following the 3 from Perez. Floats one up. Bucks trail by 5. Here's the 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
The Hawks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Number 16, defended by Perez. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's Rosario. Rebounded by Perez. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And it's all evened up. 11 points in the game. Here's Williams. He's got 8. He clears the quick shot.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
The Bucks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game out. There's the pick. Ross passes to Perez. Dishes to Ross. 6 to shoot. It's stolen. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. Coast to coast dunk.
Boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was. A stylish finish to cap it off, too.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Bucks trail by 4.
Here we go, attack. Here we go. Get a good look. Good look. Good shot.
He dishes it to Ross.
Good shot.
And shot on the way. Number 87. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, they're there for him game in, game out.
So it's the Hawks now. Williams gets a screen from Rosario. Makes it off the glass.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they allow inside looks as easy as that.
So it's the Bucks now. After the made shot from Rosario. It's deep from Rosario.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. It's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And the Bucks with possession here. 4-point game. Feeds it to Ross. And there's the pass to Perez. 5 on the clock. Number 13. Oh, that's blocked. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Bucks making a switch here. The Hawks leading by 4.
Don't get picked.
Off the screen. Shots good from Castro.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
They can use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some
Passes it to Cruz. 6 on the shot clock. 87.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Has some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, he wasn't wasting any time. Straight back up and right into the hoop.
Pass to Reyes. The layup off target.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Zero. Defended by Castro. Good shot. Milwaukee the rebound. Misses him close. The Hawks leading by 4. A quick look, no good that time.
What was the defense doing? He is not the guy to give it up, and yet they got away with it.
The Hawks last season weren't really a bad offensive team, but they did have one of the more memorable offensive nights, and not for anything positive. In a January game against a tough Bulls team, the Hawks only scored 58 points over the course of the entire game.
As you said, the Hawks had one of the worst offensive nights, Clark, in the NBA, but overall, we're a solid offensive team right around the middle of the league. Steve just goes to show what can happen when a team goes cold.
Yeah, when you don't have that one guy who you can always lean on to score. I mean, there are going to be some nights where everything just misses, and I think that was the case that game against Chicago. It was kind of bizarre, but hey, over the course of 82 games, it's going to happen.
Hawks shooting 47% from the field to start things off. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Reyes, the pass to Castro. Number 22. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
That is a pretty finish. The defense did all they could there, but he just outwilled them.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hawks.
And some great drives to the bucket for them to this point, guys.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going. A big problem for the Bucks last season was closing out games in the fourth quarter. You know, too often they would see their defense fall to the wayside as soon as the game started heading down the stretch. And as a result, they lost a lot of close ones.
The Hawks leading by 5. Well, Clark, you brought it up. The Bucks defense would be solid for 3 quarters of the game, but would just not look like they were supposed to be in the fourth quarter at all. Sure, Steve, if it was fatigue or something else, they got to it.
I thought maybe one of the keys was they didn't have great perimeter defense, and so even though they were a good shot blocking team, they were constantly having to cover up on penetration. And so even though you might get some shot blocks, you're also going to give up layups and offensive rebounds. That was a major problem for the Bucks last year.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. The Bucks have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Well, guys, you go back to last season. I mean, this is a team that hit just 74% of its free throws. I know they'd like to see that number go up.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
The first one falls.
You got it out. Get you the pitch down there. I got you. I got bag, big.
That one is no good.
You got it.
The Hawks leading by 4. Passes it to Castro. Carries it down low. 1:43 left in the first quarter. Has to Cruz.
Ball coming.
Here we go. No shot.
Number 11 busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Now the pass to Reyes. Fires from deep. Rebound Milwaukee.
I got ball.
1:06 left to play here in the first.
As bad as that. Shot.
59 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Hey, bust it. Right side.
Just 5 to shoot.
Right second.
Pass to Castro. There's the three. Shot is blocked.
You know, they've been beating this club to a lot of loose balls and rebounds here early on.
What a good work ethic they've come out of the locker room with.
29 seconds left here in the first quarter. 19 seconds left in the first. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. No good. The Bucks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. He misses the free throw. The Bucks making a switch here. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. No good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Bucks on top, up 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
And how about the defense, guys? They have really controlled the lane with their shot blocking.
Yeah, excellent defense there. Every shot has either been altered or rejected.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burkes. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a rare breed, a stretch four who's also a big factor on the offensive boards. Ersan said, that's part of my game, to be active. Some nights you aren't going to hit those shots, but if I have this in my pocket, just go in there and crash on the offensive glass.
Come on, man.
It's all about second effort. Guys?
Well, it seems he can do both, Doris. His role is steadily growing, too. The Hawks trail by 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Get a good look.
Shot hit his foot. And it's being called a kickball. Number 15 drains it from beyond the arc.
Nice play there on the inbounds. The defense really lost contact.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Number 3. Rebounded by the Hawks.
You got double.
Number 15, defended by Cruz.
Corner. You got nothing. You got nothing.
He's up the pick. Number 24, can't hit.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
Shut up! Put it back in!
Here's Williams.
Watch outside!
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Number 15, up and in with the jumper near the hoop.
He can finish in the post. That's one thing we know about him.
The Hawks trail it.
Get him.
Nice ball movement here by them. Number 15. There's the pass to Castro.
We'll take him home! I thought!
Beyond the arc. Hawks again can't hit.
For a long time, it's been about getting out and running for Atlanta, and that was
got yours,
one
I
of
got
the
yours.
strengths of the team last season as well. Really one of the better teams and fast break points in the league. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, just piling up points in the paint.
And the Hawks with possession here, trailing by 4.
Clark!
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Shot misses. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. And for the Hawks, who are so good on the break, ended up 3rd in the league last year in fast break points. Steve, not a surprise with the athletes that team has.
Yeah, but that's changing, Kevin. Josh Smith's departure, I think, is a big blow. They're not as good in transition anymore, but they do have some exciting younger young players who can get out and run. So it's going to be interesting over the next couple of seasons to watch this team.
And the Hawks with possession here. No good, unable to end this run.
Good rebound there, but overall, they're getting outworked on the glass.
Steve, I think that's what you'd expect, seeing what the score is.
The offensive rebound. Number 15. Number 91. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Number 15. And it's blocked by Cruz.
Got you.
Number 15. Defended by Cruz.
I'm good. You stay. I got him.
Number 7. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotation.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
And the Bucks with possession here. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. To the middle. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
I see you.
Passes it to Cruz.
Shut up!
It's good from long range. 10 points for him.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Well, after a brief 2-year drought, the Bucks got back to the playoffs this past season, but it wasn't pretty once they got there. With several guarantees from players about upsetting the Heat, they didn't win a single game and were swept by the Miami Heat.
The Bucks making a switch here. Got a piece of it. Here's Burkes. Williams with the block. Outside Williams. Pass to Rosario. Number 16. Atlanta again missing. Back to the Bucks in the playoffs. In every aspect, they were overmatched by the Heat, and no one really thought they would upset them, but many thought, Steve, that they would at least get a game.
Well, I wasn't one of them, Kevin. I thought they were overmatched from the start. And you could tell in that series, Miami wasn't even interested until the fourth quarter. They knew they could just flip a switch and beat this Milwaukee team. And that's exactly what they did.
Shots good from Perez.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
And the Hawks with possession here. A 12-point game. Williams attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Williams has got 14.
How about that, going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
And the pass to Perez. He feeds it to Ross. Clock at 6. Number 87. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. It's off his foot. And the ref's saying he kicked it. And the Bucks making a change here. Williams passes to Rosario. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
That is not a difficult pass. You'd think they could keep it in bounds.
Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 14-5 run. Pass to Perez. There's a screen. The Bucks working the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. And nothing but error on that one. The Hawks trail by 10. It's Williams with the drive.
I go back. Go pick up your man. Come on, here.
No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Milwaukee's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. No good from Perez.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And the shot's good from Rosario.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. They have to get a hand in his face.
Pass to Perez. Plays up the pick. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Can you hear the crowd kind of murmuring? I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
Reyes, he's checked in for Atlanta.
Right side.
Outside Williams. The pass to Rosario.
Here we go. Get it out quick. I got ball. I'm back.
Reyes, the pass to Williams.
My ball.
From downtown, another 3 for Atlanta.
Boy, they're getting a bunch more threes up here in the second quarter.
Yeah, a little trigger happy here, Clark, and you can't win the game with one shot. You got to vary it up and challenge the defense inside.
And Milwaukee has possession. Pass to Ross. All sorts of time. Another basket for Milwaukee.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here at Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, a curious signing for the Bucks this offseason, bringing in Pachulia on a 3-year mid-level type deal. This is a team that already had a logjam in the front court with Sanders, Henson, Ilyasova, and Drew Gooden. The Bucks traded away promising forward Tobias Harris last year for what became a couple of second-round picks. They did much the same thing. It's all about getting the most out of your assets. Guys, we'll see how the Bucks do shuffling their pieces around.
It'll be interesting to see. Thanks, Doris. He passes it to Perez. Rebound by the Hawks.
Switch.
Passes it to Reyes. Outside the arc. No good. Bucks leading by 6.
Switch.
Here's Ross. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight around that screen.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Reyes, the pass to Williams. Williams double team. Number 16. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 6.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And the Hawks making a change here. Williams is checked in. Six left in the second. He gets it to Ross. Number 33. Second chance effort, and the layup is good. He's got 5.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
18 points in the game. McCline with his 3.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next time.
Here's Perez. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Another shot from outside. They're not attacking. I mean, going in and seeking contact like they did in the first one, I'm not seeing that.
Well, you can't play the score. I mean, you've got to play the game, and I think they've got to continue to attack. You're right, Clark. Got to mix it up a little bit.
You got the next one.
And that one misses.
We're going to push it on the net. We're going to push it on the net. Rebound. I got it. Box here. That's up. I got it.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. The Hawks trail by 7. On the wing, Williams. Wide by Atlanta. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Williams dishes to Williams. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity.
Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
Ross passes to Perez. There's the dish to Ross. Pass to Perez. And he draws body contact. Looked like a block and foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here. And the first one at the line is good.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
Both free throws good from Perez. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside Williams.
Left side help.
And it's blocked by Ross. 1 second left. That one off the back iron and out. And that concludes the first half. Bucks lead by 9. And coming up now, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll return with the start of the third quarter in just a while.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to 2K Sports. It's been a great Sunday of basketball so far. The Milwaukee Bucks have the lead against Atlanta. Their second unit giving them instant offense. They've gone to their bench for scoring, and they've answered the call. And hanging tough, the Atlanta Hawks. They're an up-tempo team, and the ponies are running. The advantage in fast break points is obvious. No surprise here. Now let's head back out to the start of the second half. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, take it away.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. It's been one outstanding game from Perez.
It seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all over us. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
That's all you.
Just 5 on the clock. Number 13. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Puts it up. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, something special about him, guys, is just how good he is at winning the so-called second shot game, going hard to the offensive glass, salvaging points with his putbacks.
And he is also a tireless worker under the glass, Steve. More than a few guys have been on the receiving end of one of his elbows when the rebound was up for grabs. He uses his body very well.
Here's Perez. Count that one.
And that kind of power move has become a trademark for him.
The Bucks have gone 7 of 11 from the line. That's good from Perez. And a minute played as the second half gets going. There's a screen by Williams. Now the feed to Williams. And it's Williams. That time the assist from Williams. Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Bucks leading by 8.
Close again.
There's the pick. And there's the pass to Perez. Kicks to Ross. Back at 6. Number 15. And blocked. And they get it back. Number 13. Down by Williams.
Well, he's gone without a field goal, and that certainly is below par for him. His team has still found a way to get it done.
No good from Rosario. The Bucks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the lockout at the break. Cannot hit, and Atlanta will go the other way with it.
They're struggling here. They're just 1:05 to start this third quarter. They've got to loosen up here.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
To me, that's the key to any game. Who can win the battle in the paint? And right now, they've got it going.
And George Milwaukee, 6-point lead. Number 15, no luck. Nice D from Williams.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
On the wing, Williams.
Watch outside.
And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here is Ross. Number 15 gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. He has 6. Atlanta calls timeout.
He needs to get them back into a flow offensively. You know, things have gotten stagnant for them, and they're starting to force some of these shots.
And that can snowball on you. One guy takes a bad shot, then another guy does, and then you're missing back-to-back-to-back shots, and all of a sudden you have no rhythm and you're self-inflicting wounds.
The Hawks trail by 6. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Williams attacking. Rosario. No good on the triple.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. He's got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see they recognize that, Clark. I mean, they are not going to give him that look.
Number 16, rejected by Perez. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Third quarter of basketball here in just a moment. Under 3.5 minutes going by. And Williams ready to go. Here is Ross with the lead pass. Number 13 nails the baby hook. And the Bucks lead by 8.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
You know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Whose bad is that?
Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. And that one's good. He's got 11.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Dishes to Ross. Inside, number 15. Passes it to Perez. Number 13, defended by Rosario.
Set up.
Pass to Perez. Another shot. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. And the Bucks making a change here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Hawks trail by 5.
Baseline.
5 to shoot. He dishes it to Williams. Nice defense from Cruz. Bucks leading by 5.
Squeeze. Out.
Lays it up and banks it in. 12 points for him.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Go.
Feeds to Williams. The pass to Castro. There's the screen.
Yo, look at the clock.
Looking to end his cold spell. With the tip. It's good on the putback.
He never gives up on a missed shot. He feels like every one is his, and that tip in paid off for him.
Push it. Go. Get it go.
0. Defended by Castro. That's good.
and they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
There's a good screen from the arc. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. No good from Cruz.
Great close out there, forcing the errant shot.
Well, he made it a tough shot again. He didn't give up on it, and he got a hand up.
Great look, but off the mark. Milwaukee's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Good. He's got 8.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones a long time without basket.
Got to find something, you're right. He feeds it to Williams. The Hawks working the ball around. Number 24. Shot is off, and Milwaukee will come the other way.
Who's got a ball?
0. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Hawks trail by 9. Number 24.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
And the Bucks making a change here. Williams passes to Castro. Back to Williams. Castro passes to Rosario. He kicks it to Williams. A 3-ball. Can't get it to go.
Very little success for him behind the arc. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
Picked him clean. Shot to stop the drought. And the shot is good from Castro. He's got 7.
The defense sagged off, and, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that 3.
Screen coming!
Number 3. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of that.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Trailing here by 8. And Williams, here we go. Nice D from Ross.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter. And that's an understatement.
Number 13. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers. 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Atlanta calls timeout.
He wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over.
The Bucks making a switch here. Knocks it loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And Atlanta has possession. It's a 10-point game. Castro. And the shot is good. 9 points in the game so far. Milwaukee's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. No good from outside. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's the screen. Number 16. Off target with his 3.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Number 13. Shot is off. Some solid defensive work there from Castro.
He's trying to shoot his way out of it, guys. As long as they're in the lead, he's going to continue to try to find his rhythm.
Off on the layup.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Number 13, defended by Rosario. Pass to Ross. 6 on the shot clock. Shots from 10. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, he's really good defensively at anticipating plays and then forcing players into areas where they don't want to go and where they become more vulnerable for turnovers.
And he's really one of the most heads-up defenders you'll see, too. I mean, you've got to take care of the ball when you're around him.
That free throw good from Ross. And the Bucks making a change here.
You got it out. Put your pitch down there. I got you. I got bag, you're big. You know, I got my man. Right here. Make sure you get the man.
And so he makes both from the line. 1:33 left here in the third quarter. There's a good screen. Pass to Castro. Hawks passing it around. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
And the Hawks with possession here, trailing by 10.
Get outside, get
The pass to
outside.
Rosario. Outside Williams. On the wing. That's good. Williams has got 23 points.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. The dish to Ross. Shot clock at 6. The putback throws it down with the quick putback jam.
That's how to make your mark on the board with an emphatic finish.
Oh, Clark, he was savage on that second opportunity.
Those are the types of possessions that are really demoralizing for a defense, guys.
Pass to Castro. Right side, Williams. Sinks the triple. 26 points for him.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything, they're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Gets the bucket. And now just a 5-point Bucks lead. Number 13 can't get it to go. And we've reached the end of the third. The Bucks on top, up 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Bucks?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And they're attacking the gaps in the defense with their quick, aggressive drives into the paint area.
Now
I
here's
got you,
Williams.
outside. Got you. I got you.
Off his foot, and it's whistled a kick. And the Hawks making a change here. Here's Williams.
Get through.
It's over 3. That's good.
He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
Milwaukee in the lead. Here is Ross. Number 87, defended by Rosario. It's stolen. Here's Castro to tackle, and it's good on the way in. It's all knotted up.
The road back hasn't been an easy one, but they've managed to climb all the way out of the hole and tie this game.
I have to say, pretty remarkable, Steve. At one point, I thought they were done.
Here is Ross. He passes to Cruz. 6 to shoot. The feed to Ross. Number 13. Number 87. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Castro. Milwaukee with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Number 13, defended by Castro. Kicks it to Ross. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Rosario. The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Dishes it to Williams. There's the pass to Castro. Picked his pocket. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Passes it to Cruz.
Hey, bust that.
Clock at 6.
Hit me, I'm open.
Number 15. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid DJ throwers, they expect him to make it.
The Bucks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. 9 feet out, and it's sent back by Rosario. They recover it. That's good.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Yeah, you're right. Very rarely will you out-rebound an opponent like that and not have it pay off.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
He needs to get them back into a flow offensively. You know, things have gotten stagnant for them, and they're starting to force some of these shots.
And that can snowball on you. One guy takes a bad shot, then another guy does, and then you're missing back-to-back-to-back shots, and all of a sudden you have no rhythm and you're self-inflicting wounds.
A moment to check in with Doris Burkes. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Well, the Hawks coach had some advice for his team over that last break. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
And the Hawks making a change here.
No! Push it!
They set the pick. He dishes it to Ross.
I see him!
6 on the shot clock. Here's Perez. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And a miss there off the inbound. The Hawks trail by 4. Number 16. Shot to end this game run. Shot's good from Rosario. The Bucks have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. The Bucks working the ball around. Feeds to Ross. Number 15, he's guarded by Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Perez. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
He had a couple in the first, and so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Pass to Castro. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Makes it, and the next one could tie it up.
I got shooter here. Here we go. We're going to push it on the miss. Gotta get the rebound. I got a box here.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
Number 13, defended by Rosario. He feeds it to Ross.
Come to me.
Shoots it up. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
Well, that's the way you've got to go. If you have good position, you've got to get after it and go for that second chance opportunity.
Number 16. The Hawks again can't hit.
He has not shot the ball well here. I think it's time for him to start looking for his teammates a little bit.
No good from Perez.
And this has not been a quarter for him to remember.
Yeah, it sure hasn't, Steve. I mean, he's been doing this invisible man impersonation here, hasn't he?
Passes up to Castro. Great D that time from Perez.
I like the work. They're contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in time.
But they get it back. Good. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Look at the points in the paint. The inside game is very one-sided here for them.
Well, the defense just hasn't been physical enough at the rim. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have come from the paint.
Pass to Castro. Number 7. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. The Bucks making a switch here. So it's the Bucks now. They've led by as much as 10. Number 13 takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the way up.
You know, nobody responds to end-of-game pressure like this guy. That's what comes to mind immediately for me. He's hit some monumental shots in his career. Some guys just embrace the moment at the end of the game. That's him.
Well, I've also got to say, Steve, that I really like how he's able to adapt defensively to really whatever the situation is. There are a number of ways he can
So it's Atlanta now after the basket by Milwaukee. And count the basket, he is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
On the free throw, no good. Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Perez, rejected by Rosario.
I see him.
Second chance shot. Number 16. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. Makes it, and the next one could tie it up.
Get this board, fellas. Get this board. Pinch here. Spring back with me. Shoes on side.
And it's tied up with that one. The Bucks shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. The pass to Perez. Shot clock at 6. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And that's just one of his last 7 attempts here in the fourth quarter. Just has not provided the spark they need. And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, I mean, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
And the Hawks with possession here. It's a three-point game.
Come get it.
Number 16.
Hey, good
Goes
boy.
back up. The rebound by the Bucks. 11 feet away. The shot's good from Perez. He's got 27.
That's just 2 of his last 8 field goal attempts, so a difficult struggle for him here in the fourth.
This is it to Costa. 13 feet away. And it's blocked by Ross.
Hey, who's watching him? Help out! Who's got ball?
Pass to Perez.
Watch that.
The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Hawks trail by 5. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Number 16, defended by Perez. 6 to shoot. Number 7.
Good board.
Seems like he's gotten every single rebound today.
Glass eating at its finest. I mean, you're not going to see a guy with 20-plus boards too often. That's an impressive number.
Gets it to go.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
Go. Shot.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
Here's Perez. No luck. Nice D from Rosario. With some arc. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Bucks leading by 5. Here is Ross. On the bench. Here we go. Get it. He kicks to Ross. Passes it to Perez. From Deep three-point range. Rebound by the Hawks.
Well, they've had the advantage in rebounding all night, but none bigger than the one right there.
Number 13. Can't get it to go. So the Hawks will take it the other way. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Castro. Rosario. He passes to Castro. Ball. Rebounded by Perez.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
And when you take a look at what the story under the glass has been, tremendous presence under the basket.
Yeah, you said it. Tremendous presence. You're right. It definitely has been, and it might come down to the final possession, that key rebound.
Wouldn't that be something?
Mm-hmm.
They're in the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Williams, who's checked in for Atlanta. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Time is definitely not on their side at this point.
Yeah, they need a quick bucket.
And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his number's certainly back. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
This could be a turning point.
Kevin, critical possession here.
That's all you. It's rebounded by Perez.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
I got you. Here we go. We're going to push it on the net. We're going to push it on the net. Rebound.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Atlanta calls timeout. They're down by 8. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Well, I'm not sure there's enough time here, Clark. What do you think?
I doubt it, but I'm sure they'll go for the quick shot and intentional foul.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's Rosario.
Yeah, keep shooting
Sinks
that.
it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Boy, he looked confident, didn't he? Stepping to the foul line and knocking down a couple.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Number 7 misses the layup. Milwaukee's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Pass to Ross. Number 91. Can't hit from in close.
Had a pretty good look at the basket. Defensively, they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Williams gets the bucket. And so the Bucks take the win. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
Thanks for joining us for this presentation.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA action here.
Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday Night Action right here on and it's the Hawks to start out.
The ball! Cross screen, go over it! I got ball! Go!
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta.
Set it up.
Floats one. Williams gets the bucket.
And he's on the board early.
The first to strike there. Nice hoop.
Here's Milwaukee now. He kicks it to Ross. Number 15. He's guarded by Williams. That's good. On defense, Milwaukee. Williams a screen. Number 7. The three-pointer, no good.
Well-contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
Passes it to Perez.
Watch outside!
5 on the clock. Nails it from the high post. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Let's find out what Doris Burkes has for us.
Kevin, I caught up with the head coach for the Hawks. He said they're not as worried about getting back quickly on defense as they are about having extra bodies on the offensive glass. He felt that even though it might lead to some easy baskets for their opponent, it would pay off with some extra opportunities for them and second chance points. We'll see, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. So Clark, an early focus on crashing the boards
Well,
here.
that's always, Kevin, a big part of winning basketball is doing a good job on the glass. So many advantages come from owning the glass on both ends of the court.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. Number 7. And finally they hit one.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Pass to Perez. Number 87. Another shot. Shot misses. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Here's Williams. Milwaukee with the rebound. And the right here. Corner shot. Get the ball out, grab it. That one a little long. The Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. On the wing, Williams. I got ball. Get it. Williams with another miss.
And poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
With some arc. Rebound by Williams.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. Or he stood tall there.
Number 16. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
I thought the defense really kind of slacked off there. He's going to drill those threes when he gets a good look.
Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And so it's Milwaukee now. They trail by 3. Out on his own on the break. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter.
You know, you look at the Hawks last season, and despite the emergence of Jeff Teague as a point guard, didn't have a dominating assist guy in that position. And it was basically more of an equal opportunity offense as far as the assists go.
The Hawks leading by 3. Doesn't get the finger roll.
Boy, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter, guys.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight. No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Has some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, he wasn't wasting any time. Straight back up and right into the hoop.
Number 7. No luck. And Milwaukee the other way now. And Clark, as you said, the Hawks are a very good passing team. They've actually finished 3rd in the NBA in assists per game last year as a team.
Well, it helps when you have great passers at every position. And I thought that was the case for Atlanta last year. The ball moved. Players tried to create easier shots for each other. And that's why they were a pretty effective team.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. The Hawks making a switch here.
I got shooter here. We're going to push it on the net. Rebound. I got it. I got box here.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
Hey, hands up! Now here's Williams. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Boy, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
The Bucks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Screen. Here is Ross. He's guarded by Williams. Number 15. Second chance shot. Ross, that's good. Ross has got his second basket of the game.
You know, they've been beating this club to a lot of loose balls and rebounds here early on.
Love the work ethic they've come out of the locker room.
With possession, they trail by 1. The Bucks have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. He passes to Perez. Just 4 to shoot. From the stripe, T. Williams.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
3-pointer.
I got back.
The rebound by the Bucks.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Taken away by Williams. Fast break, the Hawks. Williams leading the charge. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us just another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court. So I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best out there. So take the time out and give yourself a chance to regroup.
The Bucks trail. Number 87. Number 33. Makes it off the glass.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. I mean, just getting physical. Like, it feels like they've got every rebound.
Get there.
Atlanta with the ball. Castro passes to Rosario. The feed to Will.
I got him.
Lock at 6.
Wait a
Going
minute.
off the back iron and out. The Bucks have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Dishes it to Ross. Shot is no good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Pass it to Rosario. Castro off his leg. And it's whistled a kick. And the Bucks making a change here. Shot clock at 5. Here's the screen. There's Rosario. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Milwaukee in the lead.
Go.
Cruz, defended by Reyes. Here's Cruz. Nice D from Reyes.
Take a look at the rebound total. That's +5.
And Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
Number 33.
Get it.
Milwaukee the rebound. 0. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Bucks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Well, guys, you go back to last season. I mean, this is a team that hit just 74% of its free throws. I know they'd like to see that number go up.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
The first one falls. And the Hawks making a change here.
You got it out. Get you the pitch down there. I got you. I got bag.
He's perfect from the line this time. Atlanta with the ball. It's a 3-point game. They really want to find out right here.
The offense has basically been running.
Down. I'm back. I'm here. Back us up. Rotate.
Bucks passing it around. Just fine in the corner. This is from the corner. Bucks leading by 3. Fires from deep. Good.
You know, they've been doing an excellent job, Kevin, on the offensive boards here, keeping the ball alive and then converting those second chances when they get them.
You got double. Back up.
Number 15. Defended by Cruz.
You got nothing. Big side.
Pass to Reyes. Shotgun this cold run. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Cruz. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The layup missed.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Here's Reyes. And it's off from three-point range. The Bucks shooting looking a little out of sorts early, 37%.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into very serious foul trouble early in this game.
And the Bucks making a change here. Goes up off the inbound. That one goes. Count it. And the Bucks lead by 8.
Perfect inbounds pass and an easy 2 points.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And as you said, they've been active on the offensive glass.
Boy, and that's something I love to see, Kevin. As a former offensive rebounder myself, I know how demoralizing it is to the opponent when you get a second chance and you put it in the basket.
Gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Number 15. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 17-4 run. 0. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Hawks trail by 8. There's a screen. Off the screen. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Number 3. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one misses. Hawks shooting just 26% early.
I see him.
Soft touch off the glass.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Bucks leading by 8. A minute 20 left to play in the first. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
So it's Atlanta now. Number 15. Shot tonight. They get it back, and that one's good. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. That's tipped. Fast break for Hawks. Here's Reyes. Milwaukee with the rebound. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
To the middle. Here's Cruz. No good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
Kick it out! Kick it out!
The pass to Reyes.
Push it. Go.
17 seconds left in the first. Shot clock at 6.
Back corner.
The wing jumper off target.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. And the Bucks lead by 11. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Bucks lead by 11. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
Big boost from their bench there, guys, in that first quarter. They did a nice job coming in and really giving this team a lift.
Yeah, it's a nice attribute to have. That's good stuff. You know, during the season before last, the Bucks' problem had been offense. They just couldn't put up points consistently, and even when their defense would hold up, they would simply get outgunned by teams. They decided to change that, trying to be more of a transition team last year.
The Hawks trail by 11. Number 7. The shot is off. The Bucks go the other way with it. And back to the Bucks actually led the entire Eastern Conference in pace and were third overall in the NBA. The only teams that were ahead of them were the Rockets and Nuggets, two teams you always think of running.
Well, it makes sense for the Bucks to have played that style last year. You had that backcourt of Ellis and Jennings, a lot of speed and quickness. They later added J.J. Redick, so you had shooting. So they had to play fast. It made some sense, but in the end, they made some changes in the offseason, and they're looking to get better.
Can't connect from short range. Bucks leading by 13. Passes it to Cruz. Screen! It's blocked. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Inside, number 7. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
And the shot is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Watch outside!
Good. Bucks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Cruz defended by Reyes. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Offensive rebound. Great D that time from Reyes. The Hawks trail by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And the shot is good. Well, the Bucks shooting for the game at 42%. Timeout called the Bucks.
Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout. And if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
You know, it's a coach's job to always try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if you can. And I think he feels like he might have seen one.
A big group substitution here for Milwaukee. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Williams with the block. Outside Williams. The baseline jam. And the Hawks getting another basket right there. Bucks leading by 9.
You got double. Back up.
Pass to Perez.
Watch the pick.
He dishes it to Ross. On the arc. No good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Williams with the ball, now guarded by Ross. The pass to Castro. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
I'll tell you what I love about him, his ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong, even with defenders hanging all over him. He continues to finish at the basket.
And perhaps the best thing about him, Steve, is the way he takes charge down the stretch of close games. The higher the stakes, the better he plays.
And he knocks down the first one.
Get this board, fellas. Get this board. Pinch here. Spring back with me.
Both free throws good from Castro. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Feeds it to Ross. And he can't stop the run as he misses. The Hawks trail by 7. Hawks passing it around. Castro uses the glass to finish the layup.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, they're going to have to start shutting down some of those lanes.
Out! One more! One down! I'm back.
Six to shoot.
Hey, come on, get up on him.
And the Bucks lead by 7.
And they needed that hoop. We'll see if that gets them going again.
I like the fact that they don't have any quit in them. They continue to whittle away at that lead.
Now here's Williams. 8 points for him. Williams gets the bucket.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Bucks leading by 5.
Right there!
Pass to Perez. Here's the dish to Ross.
Busted!
Number 13.
Come on,
Misses
box
off
him
the
out,
left
man!
iron. The Hawks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
So it's the Bucks now. 3-point lead.
Get to him.
Downstream.
I'm through. Do it, keep ball. Use it. Yep. Turn down. Use that. Up. Ball.
Pass it to Perez.
Rotate,
Clock at 3. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Atlanta with the rebound. Williams has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now just a 1-point Bucks lead.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they're just giving them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Here is Ross. Number 13.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Atlanta with the ball. They've outscored him 16 points to 2. Not slowing down. It's Williams with the drive.
Put it back
And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Perez, the pass to Ross. Six on the shot clock. Number 13 buries it down low. And the Bucks lead by 3. The Hawks have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Castro passes to Williams. Outside Williams. Shoots the 3. A rebound by the Bucks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
A real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing.
Number 13. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And the Bucks making a change here. The Hawks trail by 3.
I got him.
There's Castro. Can't hit from in close. The Bucks shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing. It's 27%. Pass to Ross.
No shot.
Here's Perez.
Watch it, Connor.
Number 87.
Get that weak stuff out.
Number 16. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. He's got 9. Here's Ross. He's guarded by Williams. Passes it to Perez. Looking to get it going. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bucks.
Early on, guys, excellent work on the boards here. I mean, you got to like those second chance points they're getting.
Yeah, I do too, and I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
First one falls for him. And the Bucks making a change here. That one is no good. And it's the Hawks' ball. They're on an 18-5 run. They set the pick. Here's Williams. It's good. This game is all even. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sail.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
And Milwaukee has possession. And the Bucks miss again.
Very poor shot selection there, guys.
Here's Castro. And big misses. That would have put him up. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Number 11. That time from Rosario. The Hawks shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Castro passes to Williams.
Shot up, shot up.